Hey guys, what is up? This is AJ here, bringing you another Pokemon Showdown battle. Here's my Pokemon team, my electric Pokemon team, doing pretty good. He goes for the Earthquake automatically right in the beginning, his Dreamer, and he knocks out my Electivire like that. And I'm just like, oh god, this is going to be a tough battle. So then I go into my Light the Way, and for some idiot reason, he goes for the Dragon Dance. I'm just like, why would you go for the Dragon Dance? I mean, my Light the Way could have Ice Beam, and which it does. So I knocked him out with one hit, and I'm like, wow, this dude was an idiot. And then he goes into his Alakazam, and I'm like, oh, okay then. So then I go for he goes for a light, energy ball, does pretty good amount of damage, doesn't quite knock me out, and then I go for the thunderbolt. Gets him down to 38%, and he also gets paralyzed, and I'm like, awesome. And then I forgot that he has synchronize, and I'm like, oh wow, he has synchronize, I'm screwed. And then I go back to 6%, I'm like, oh god, that sucks. But I end up knocking out his Alakazam, so then I'm like, well, that's the plus. So then he goes into his Pillar Crusher, and I'm just like, okay, well, I might as well just let my Light the Way faint because I have no use for him unless I want to switch out or something. But I'm really not going to do that. So then I go into my Shocky. I think I go for the Thunder. Yeah, I go for the Thunder. I end up missing, and I'm just like, really? Come on. And then he goes for the Bulk Up, which then I'm just like, oh god, this dude's just gonna destroy me with this Pillar Crusher. I needed to get him with a Thunder. So I end up hitting him with a Thunder, goes down to 22%. I'm like, awesome. He goes for the Drain Punch and gets me down to 13%. I'm just like, oh man, so close. And then I just go for the Thunderbolt, I think. I go for like the Bug Buzz or something. Or no, he goes for the Mach Punch, knocks out my Shocky. I'm just like, dang it, I'm screwed. And he's basically winning right now, and I'm like, ah, god, this is gonna be a close match. Go into my pecs because look at them pecs. He's got them pecs, and I go for the Thunderbolt. You never got to see my pecs in the last game. You never got to see Stunfisk either. But you do get to see all my Pokemon in this one. He goes into his I Can Fly, which this thing was annoying as hell. Because basically all my Pokemon right now couldn't really do much to him except for my Electros. So I was just I was on the fence about it. And Pex is more of a Pokemon that will stalls out. So basically, I couldn't toxic him or anything because obviously he talks to himself, and he has the one ability where your toxic helps you or something. So I was just like, well, I'm kind of screwed there. And then he goes for an acrobatics. I'm like, okay, why would you go for an acrobatics? And then I go for the Aqua Tail, and I get him down to 29%, or 13% actually. It was like somewhere down in there. And he was like, wow. And then he just like switched out, and I'm like, oh yeah, just keep using the Aqua Tail. Doesn't matter who gets in. And then I go for another Aqua Tail, and I miss. I'm like, come on, why am I missing? And then I go for the Volt switch to get away from this. Look at my horse guy. And I go into my Stunfisk because obviously he's gonna do. Or no, I go into my Pex. Yep, I go in my Pex because then I realize that Pex can kind of do pretty well against this Fortress with a Thunderbolt, and which it does because it knocks it out with one hit, which I was kind of surprised at because I thought they're supposed to be super defensive, but I guess not. Then I go for the Toxic on his Luxray, knowing that I'm most likely going to faint, but might as well just get the Toxic off. Then I go into my Stunfisk. Is it Stunfisk? I don't know. I might be saying that wrong. I named him Derp because, I mean, look at his eyes. Look at him. Doesn't he just look like a derp to you? he just looks like a derp to me. He goes for the Ice Fang, gets me down to 40%. I'm like, ooh, that's bad. But then I go for the Earth Power, get him down to not 29%. I'm like, this is gonna be a close battle. This is gonna be very close. In my mind, I was going, this is gonna be close. I didn't really tell him that, because why would I tell him that? For some reason, it won't let me type on this anyways. I'm like trying to type messages, and it says that I'm locked, and I'm like, why am I locked? I don't get it. But then, okay, so it's like a one-on-one right now. Basically, he hits me, barely does anything, and then I just hit him with an Aqua Tail, and the game is over. I did really good against this guy. This was a close match. This was a good match because it was actually close, not like the other one where it wasn't even close at all. Like he just literally stalled at the end. This one was just maybe even more like. This one was like the same amount of turns as the other one, but this one was much better battle. I actually like this one a lot. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.